Welcome to Fit Talk Fridays, and today we're going to talk about how to fit shoes correctly for the shape of your individual foot. So different manufacturers have different width fittings for their shoes. So for example, you might have quite a wide fitted shoe. Most American brands are made for quite wide, round shaped feet, compared to subcontinent brands that are made for very, very slim, high arched feet. So it depends on which type of shoe is good for you. We recommend that you ask somebody to draw around your foot while you're standing. Don't try and do it yourself because it changes the position of the feet. The most natural foot shape is when you're just standing up. So if you ask somebody to draw around your foot using an A4 piece of paper and then trim round it on the line that you've just drawn, then you'll get your actual foot, because feet get a little bit larger when you stand on them. If you draw around it when you're sitting, they're maybe half a shoe size to a shoe size smaller, because the arch just depresses slightly when you put your body weight onto your feet. So if you, for example, you're in the shoe shop, you can take the liner out of the shoe inside the shoe shop. Take the liner out. Most liners aren't glued in very well in the beginning until you've walked on them for some time, then they get more sticky and more difficult to remove. And for example, this one is curved at the end, so when we place this on, it's not going to go all the way to the back because the curve just contours your heel bone. So it goes in something like this, and it has a little bit more space, because obviously when you're running, the fat pad in the ball of your foot allows the foot to slide back and forward slightly. So we don't ever want to get a shoe that fits your foot exactly. We always want a little bit of space, and you see this white cutout fits this shape absolutely perfectly. So this would be a perfect shape. Or for example, if you're going to buy work shoes, you would take the cutting. Otherwise, some work shoes can bite the foot at the sides here, and if they press on this bone, it can enlarge. If it presses on the fifth toe too much, you can get a toe corn. And then moving on to children's shoes, if you look a little bit closer at this, you actually see some white lines on the top here of the insole. If I just bring it into focus a little bit like this. The white lines on the top here are most helpful when you're doing a fitting for children's shoes. So Adidas are very, very helpful because they put this little line at the back. So you take this out of the shoe, and then the child would stand on it and make sure that their heel comes to that white line, not the back pink line. And when they stand on it, their toes should just come to this first line here. When it comes to the first line, that is the perfect fitting when you buy new shoes. And then over the next 6 months, as the child begins to grow, or 3 months depending on the growth rate, you don't want them to go any more above that last white line. So that's their growth grid line there, that they can grow over 3 to 6 months. So you could take this out of the shoe, have your child stand on it, and do the shoe fitting yourself if you want to do it yourself. But Adidas are most helpful with that. Or do this method if you're going to go for a different brand, because Adidas is the only one that does it. So you could draw around your child's foot, trim it out, take it into the shoe shop, take the liner out of the shoe, and just match the two up, just to make sure that they have that little bit of growth space at the end. So thank you for listening, and enjoy your Friday.